back to Wigscape. This is a very cool segment. I've been waiting to do this for months. As you can see, I have no brows on. That's because I have no brows. So I have alopecia universalis, which for those of you who don't know is a condition where the body feels it has some kind of disease or a condition, and the white blood cells fight against themselves, and the result is the release of hair. And in our alopecia segment with Dr. Carolyn Go, who is our specialist, we will go through all those. But right now, just to tell you that I have no brows, no lashes. And I thought it was important for all of us out there, not only if you have no brows, but maybe if you're missing a spot or if you're, maybe a little thin. Carlene Leonard is Kathleen's daughter and one of the best makeup artists in Los Angeles, and is fantastic with brows. I have turned to her many, many times, in tears, thank you very much, when I'm trying to figure out how to do my own brows. So I thought we'd bring her in, as she is one of LA's best brow specialists and works for Kathleen's Secret Salon for a long time, also doing hair and makeup, to maybe show you how to work with stencils, which will make your time doing this so much easier, because it's kind of hard to figure out where the bone is and how to kind of shape it, and stencils make the whole process so much easier. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Okay, so what are we starting with?
We're gonna start with the Ardell Perfection stencils, and these are easy because they're doable. You can use one stencil on either side, and they're doable for each side that you use. They're plastic and they're reusable as well, so very easy. All you have to do is take it, pop out the middle, and there's your stencil.
I love that.
And you can use it on either side, so you have one that, if you use it this way for this brow, you turn it this way for this brow. Even eyebrows.
Well, wait a minute, but we do have, everyone has one side a little bit different. I know you don't because you're perfect. But everybody does have a little bit off, right? The symmetry. So
there's no perfect face. So if your face bone goes up a little higher on this side than it does on this side, follow your brow bone. A lot of people on YouTube, they show you how they do their eyebrows. They don't show you how to do your eyebrows, because your face is different from the video that you're looking at.
That is such a good point. All right, I'm so excited. Okay.
So also when you're putting your brows on and you use the stencil, you always want to make sure that you put it right above your eyelid, and you make sure the inside does not go any further than your nose. You do not want the eyebrow to be further than your eyelid. When they go too close together, it's almost like a unibrow. Please stop doing that. You follow your bone to the structure of your face. Not what you see on the video, but to your face. And these are plastic, so you can always bend them to go the way that you want.
I'm gonna ask a crazy question.
Yes.
I'm not real familiar with using these myself, okay? Does somebody stick them on so they stay put? Because it doesn't just stay on, right?
No. You want to hold it, and then what you'll do is you'll use a powder.
So are you going?
Let's do it the other way.
Okay, so are you going against the bone? Like, where am I putting this?
You're going against your brow bone. So go with your face structure right above your eye.
Got it. Ooh, that feels so good. Okay.
And then, but you want to make sure that it's not too high and not too low. So you always take your pencil and you make sure it doesn't go too much further than your eye, and you don't want it to come down to your cheek. And I use a powder to start, and then I use a brow gel to mat it out and keep it there for the rest of the day. Because if you don't have hair, powder can actually fade a lot quicker than using the brow gel, which actually will keep it for the day without being smudged. It'll keep it smudge proof.
Here's a question, because I love Anastasia, the thicker Divina brow that she does. But if I did that and just, like me, I would take the pencil and just do the stencil and color it in. And you had told me that
the pencil does not work well with the stencil because you're actually going to be cutting your pencil within the stencil.
Got it.
So if you use, it's better to use the powder with an angle brush and lightly get your outline together, and then take the gel, or if you like the pencil, you can take that and then go over it so it's not messy.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Come on, let's do it. I'm excited.
Okay, but we are going to use the Anastasia brow palette anyone who wants to get their colors, they have many colors and you can get them individually. And you can get your own brow powder and primer with the gel. So they have everyone's color. You just have to pick the color that works for you.
Okay, so now we're going to take the stencil. Here we go.
So we place the stencil.
Wait, I have a question. So they come in different angles,
Yes,
right?
stencils come in round, square, or sharp stencils. So you can find the one that looks good for you, depending on your face and what makes you happy. All right, make sure you place the stencil right here at the corner of the tip of your eye to the corner of your eyebrow. So tip, corner. And make sure you follow your bone for your eyebrow.
And this thing moves pretty easily, so you could end up with your eyebrow down to here. So you have to make sure that it really is against the bone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. How does that feel?
I don't know, I think it's okay. Where's the stencil? Where am I?
You are right here.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
That's right on my bone, but you see this stencil comes down too far for me. I like
So
to
then
have
you
it
would
more
always want
than
to
just lift it a little bit that way.
Yep, then you just shape it a little tighter to where you would like it.
I like it.
You like it like that?
I think so. Let's see how it looks.
She said, I like
This is
it like
I
that.
like it. So exciting.
And always remember, you can build up. You don't want to put too much product on at once. Start off light and then grow as you go with the brow.
You have such a light hand. I like your hand. Very nice.
Thank you. I try to be a little delicate at times. And you don't have to do a one stroke brow, because actually a one stroke brow never works. So just build up to where you want it, and then you can use the gel to add dimension.
So when you say build up, what does that mean exactly?
That means instead of
Layering? You're just layering?
yeah, it would be layering, building up dimension. You would add a little bit more and more and more. And then you can always clean up with a concealer or something
That
like
looks
that.
good, girl. That looks good. I like the shade. I think it's a little red or a little light, so can we put a little brown in there?
Then you would add the gel,
Oh, good.
the brow
The
gel.
shape is gorgeous. I'm so
That would be adding
excited.
dimension. And you don't do a simple stroke. You just add a little couple of strokes, like hair-like strokes. And once again, don't try to tap your brush like this because it's wasting product. If you have too much, you just take a paper towel and lightly press it down. Simple hair-like strokes will make you feel like you have more brow
Cool.
than makeup. You can look at what I'm doing while I'm doing it if you like.
Come on now. You see how that looks like strokes? Come on, that looks like a little bit of hair there. I'm loving this. I just think the color, the background color is a little red for me, but I'm loving the shape. So we can change the color later. Right now I'm talking about really getting the shape down. This is fabulous. I'm curious to see if I can do this myself. Bet I can.
Bet you can too.
I've never used a stencil. Do you know that? I've never used a stencil.
Stencils are easier to work with when you have a clear canvas. But then also after doing that, you want to go under with a concealer or a highlighter just to make sure that you have that perfect arch in your eyebrow. And you also would like to use an angled brush. You don't have to put this on a paper towel, you just tap it on the side of your concealer package, whether it's a tube or it's a jar. Lightly go under the brow. And blend. And you can always make it as thick or as thin as you like, depending on how you feel at the moment. who you want to be for the day.
Ah! Take a look. Now that's a nice thin brow. I tend to like them a little bit thicker. So if I were to be thicker, let me see.
Then you take it and you add a little bit on each side, and then you take the brush and you just
so from underneath, right? So this is the angle going that way.
You want the angle to be, yes, towards the brow, and then you just add a little bit at a time.
Because you can always clean it up with a Q-tip.
Or your concealer or highlighter.
Now I see I have a little bit of a line there. So that's because I just did that, right? Oh Lord.
Then, like I said, you just take the concealer or the highlighter and you clean it up. No one will ever know.
And this line that I did here, how do I straighten that out? That looks really good. I like it.
Remember, blending is the best thing to do. Your eyebrows will never be perfect until you take practice, so don't worry about it not being right the first time. If you have to take it off and do it again, that comes with making it right.
So let's do the left one.
Let's do the left one. And you would do the same process. You would just take the stencil and flip it over to the other side. And you make sure that you feel where you want it.
Right, you just have to kind of find where your
find where
brow
the bone
bone
is, and then you find out what part what accents your eyes. The part that accents your eyes is how it makes your eyebrows feel, which will make sure you feel flawless for the rest of the day. Like, brow me.
Ah! You're so cute. You're so funny. There are pencils that are out also, just like our makeup expert Patrick showed me this morning, which was by Maybelline and has little teeth at the end. We'll show you about it after the video. We'll have it on this video to order. That kind of makes the hair strokes. There are a few of them out, but I like the one that Maybelline came out with. He used it on me earlier. It was nice. Cara, what kind of brush are you using with this?
With this, I'm using an angle brush. This is an angle 763. It's an angle brush. It's angled sideways, like an acute angle. The flat brush leaves the actual brush stroke, where the acute angle leaves the actual hair stroke. So it leaves a nice finishing line at the end, like a pen eyeliner instead of the gel eyeliner.
Really cool, and it's kind of tough because you have the gel on there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then you can always go back to add powder if you want to fill it in, and also to blend it. And I know you like yours a little bit thicker, so I'll let you thicken yours up.
So you can see where it's a little thin there, so I'm just going to take it and just... Alright, so now you just have to clean it up, right?
And then yes, you always, once again, take your concealer or your highlighter.
I see that's really light on that brush too. You're not putting a lot on there.
You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. And you just line it the way you want it.
Just cleaning up what I just did. I always do it with a Q-tip because I can never do the total line correctly. I always have to kind of clean up afterwards, and then it looks good. At least I try. Do you like it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what do you think? Now, obviously I had Carlene's help, but I also spend a lot of time just kind of fooling around with them. Sometimes I like them high arch, sometimes I like them a little rounder, sometimes I like them square. Have fun with it. Give yourself the time to explore. This is actually kind of a fun process, so don't let it scare you. I hope this helped. If you have any ideas, we are so open to it. You can write me or Carlene at hello@wigscape.com. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.